cities are becoming more urbanized every year. Do you think balcony gardening will help them in the environmental changes, or is it just symbolic?
Well, absolutely. If you look at it just from a balcony getting green, will be very symbolic, right? Imagine if you are celebrating a festival all alone at home, and you kind of take up your space, and in an apartment of 1,000, in a society of 1,000 apartments, only one flat is decked up. People will wonder what's happening, right? So I think that the lens that we're wearing has to change. It's not about a apartment or a balcony making a difference. This has to be looked at more holistically. See, on the one hand, we are facing this intense heat, right? We are facing this immense unpredictability in terms of the weather. What's happening are open spaces or other green spaces. Let's look at Bangalore as an example. That is getting reduced, right? If you just map what was Bangalore 20 years back to now, you'll see a lot of buildings coming up. And how many of these buildings are actually, following some green practices, either in the construction stage or even post, handing over to the customers who come and stay there. There is no provision for, even apart from mandatory requirement, there is no provision for green zones, greening up spaces, etc. Right? And at the same time, lakes are getting, being
dried up.
I think more than dried up, we're seeing the lake beds being encroached upon and buildings being built. So it's a double whammy, right? We're talking about a scenario where 10 to 20% of the total apartments which are there in the city goes about greening up their space. That will bring about a change which I guess will definitely bring about a 1 or 2 degrees, betterment of the overall environment for that city. We're talking about 3 to 4 positive changes which will happen. Apart from the primary being, the people who stay in that apartments itself will, connect with nature. They feel so good about there will be a positive vibe which will spread into their lives, daily lives, right? That being I think the end state. Let's look at how it, all evolves. The primary thing is the improvement in the microclimate. So you will have definitely when these plants are, when you have these plants in your home, the overall, surrounding. So if you have your balcony and you have put green there, you will see there will be a certain difference in the
temperature.
It will be very minuscule, but that will definitely be there.
Yeah.
Because if not anything, you're watering the plants twice in a day, right? So the microclimate is bound to improve. Second, with these plants and flowers, etc., you will bring in an ecosystem. You will bring in nature. You will have butterflies, bees, etc., birds also coming in.
Wow. I think that's the best part.
Yeah, being a part of your journey. And imagine having flowers, having greens, etc. That will bring in positivity into your lives. So each of these small changes will bring about a overall change in the city. And what I call is that the micro cluster gardening, or the scattered gardening. Today you see, you have a garden which is big. Imagine that remains, that gets better. I'm talking about the public gardens and public spaces, parks, etc. Also, you have every pocket, however small it is. We start this journey. And once the fourth and the most important part is once the whole thing sets up, as humans, we get addicted to it. We get connected to it in such a way that we would want to do more. You would want to do more for your garden. Your neighbors would also want to do a garden because when they look at you, they'll also feel motivated and they will also want to follow it. That's when the 10% becomes 20% and it increases. And in a way, we see that each one of us contributes our bit towards the overall, environment impact. Imagine if in India, we talk about a huge population and all of that. If 10% of our population seriously takes up, an effort to green up their own respective spaces. I'm not talking about they going outside and planting trees or doing, a tree plantation drive and bringing up greens. Their own space, if they can bring green there, that's all that we need to make this place a better place. Make our country a better place to be in.